Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, I'm so glad that you have found me. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe. You'll hit that notification that's just down over here below. Oh my goodness. When I have my video mirrored like this, it's so hard to get where it goes. But in any event, and if you're on Facebook, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission. That way I know who's making comments. And for those that are watching this afterwards on YouTube and everything else, this is part of a live presentation, so I may be commenting back and forth. But in any event, this is my Technique Tuesday. How did they do that? But this is my Technique Tuesday that I do. And then what happens tomorrow is, and I'm just actually going to show this. I'll just jump on down to my desktop. I have printouts that are available. So what happens tomorrow is, hello, I'm going to have a picture of my sample of my card here. You can do a sample of this piece as well. Print this off. It's on my Facebook page, and the link is down below. And it's Stampin' with Diane Stampers Group. And at 9:05 tomorrow morning, Pacific time, it will be there and for you to download. Hello, Gina. Hello, Lorraine. And hello, Catherine. Oh, my goodness. All right. So, like I say, we're going to be doing some, and I had 3 different techniques that I wanted to do today, but you kind of have to have the perfect stamp set for me to do it. But this just means that I've got a whole pile that are all ready for print off for when I get back from Vienna. So we're doing the distressed embossing folder technique. I love this technique. So simple, and yet it is cool, Alabama. It's getting quite cool up here as well. But in any event, so this one is very, very simple. And like I say, a lot of these ones that I'm doing at the very beginning are very simple. They're not a lot of technical sort of stuff or technique sort of stuff that you have to do. But I want to attract all stampers at this point. So this is something that I have done for years. And it might be something you know about it, and it might be something that you don't know about. But in any event, I'm going to go ahead and we are going to do that. But I am also using the Alpha Best stamp set. I think this is an amazing stamp set. I need a congratulations card. So I will make one using this. This in itself is such a great bundle. If you buy the bundle with the punch itself, you save 10%. All right. So the one thing that we are going to need for sure to do this particular technique is you're going to need an embossing cut and emboss machine. I'm going to be able to use my mini because I have decided to use a mini embossing folder on here instead of the 6x6 and the regular size one. And the one I'm using is it's Let's Celebrate. And I'll show you this one. This one kind of gets lost in the catalog. It's right down here and it's Let's Celebrate. They have some that are birthday and they have some that are congratulations. And they're the small ones. They're the ones that go through the mini cut and emboss. All right. Really important that you do know certain parts of this. This lines up your paper, but also this whole logo is the key to getting this technique the way that you want to do it. All right. So I do have a bunch of stuff that I pre-cut. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it in Pool Party. Pool Party happens to be one of my favorite colors. So I'm going to go ahead and use that particular one. All right, so let's go. I have this at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's fold into the mountain so we get a nice even fold there. And we're going to come in with our bone folder. Well, we would come in with our bone folder if one was here, but I will get one. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to have a piece for the inside, or I can actually leave it because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. But this is where the part comes in. Now I'm using my TaylorMade tags, and I'm just using the regular squared off one and the big one. Cut that in basic white. And then I haven't used these in a while, and these are the designer series paper, and this happens to be for the subtle. And then I also went ahead and I cut out 2 of these rectangles from the deckled rectangles. And honestly, I can't tell you which ones they were. So this one happens to measure, the biggest one happens to measure 3 inches, and this small one happens to measure about 2.5. So, and then we also have a piece of this designer series paper. It happens to be 3 inches by 5 1/4. And this is where the magic's going to come in. I have to decide whether or not if I want to use this side or this side. This is the side that I want to distress. So what you're going to do is you come in, and on the side that the label's on, we are going to stick this designer series paper right in here like this, and we're going to run it through with the embossing or the cut and emboss machine. Like I say, this is one for the mini cut and emboss machine, and oh my goodness, you know what? I'm going to struggle with this again. But this is a regular embossing folder, so it's not the big one. So we're just going to go look on here. So we are going to go, this is a regular one. I'm sure this is a regular one. So this is plate number 3. We're going to have the embossing folder. And then I'm going to put a plate number 2. Now, if this was my big one, it'd be a piece of cake. I could just run it through and it wouldn't be a problem. And this feels like there's nothing going to work on that. So this one says, we're going to go plate number 1. Plate number 1, the embossing folder, and then plate number 3. So let's give that a try. Yep, that feels like that's about right. So when all else fails, read what it says on the plates, right? All right. So I can go ahead and just put this away again. Yeah, I don't use the small embossing or the small one enough for embossing. So it's going to work just fine. So like I say, the side that I wanted to show this particular effect is on the front with the label. Now you can see this where it's embossed like that, right? This is the distress part. I'm coming in with a painter's sanding block, and all I'm going to do is I'm just running my sander. And if you've got a sander, you could use a sander as well. But see what happens? This paper is white cord, so that's why this happens. And then you're just going to clean this off, but just like that. And it looks so cool, and it shows up so much. Then the other part I said with this particular technique, and it happens to be right on this, this part here. Remember, we're distressing, right? So you're going to take your scissors, and we are just going to run our scissors along here. Now, a lot of people have tools for this. I just use my scissors. The paper snips will work just fine on here. And like I say, this is white cord paper. Now, if you were going to do this and wanted the same sort of effect, you would have to do it more like the other embossing one that I showed. If you're going to use it with regular cardstock, you have to use paper that has a white core on the inside. And that is the paper from the inside that's showing. So I've got that distressed. All right. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and put this right onto here. All right. But we're going to sit and figure out exactly how we're going to put everything. So I have this one white piece. We're going to put that on there. We'll put this on there. I have this tag. And then what I want to do is I want to stamp some of these letters from this alphabet. Do you have this set? It's so amazing. But I am going to warn you, make sure, and this is something I didn't do, you want to make sure that you're going to keep it either on here or on here. These do come off. You want to make sure that you clean the back of these stamps, because by cleaning them, they're actually going to stay on here. They don't stay on that well if they've been used a lot. And always make sure you've got everything before you put your stamp set away. Lots of little pieces. So I have, and I want to make sure, see, I've already lost one of the letters off of here. So I've gone ahead and I've spaced these out. And see, I might be smart to go in and clean that. And I've just got scrap pieces of basic white. And I want these to be in the middle, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch them out, but I want enough room in between. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to take a contrasting color, and I'm going to use Bermuda Bay. Hello. And then I'm just going to put this down here, just like that. And then I'm going to on this other one. And yeah, I'm using a lot of paper, but you know, honestly, I don't want to have to come back in. Now, I think I've got all the letters for congrats. CONGRATS. Okay. So then on here, there's some amazing different ones here that you can use to actually color the backs of the stamp. So I'm going to kind of go along with the polka dots that were there that we can't really see anymore. I'm coming along with this one. Now remember, these are photopolymer stamp sets. I would usually use a paper piercing mat, but this is a pad of grid paper, so I don't have to worry about it. All right. And I contaminated my pool party, so I have to use one of the old stamp pads. So I'm just going to come and I'm just going to put that right in between. It's quite dark, but that's okay. The Bermuda Bay was quite dark there too. Polka dots are so cute. There. And then I'm going to stamp these ones as well. So do you have this bundle? Oh man, it's so cute. Whoops, that one's a little off-centered, but that'll be okay. Now, the punch that comes along with it is just this one. So I'm just going to go and honestly, I probably should have punched this way and had them going up that way. And I didn't, but that's okay. I can just cut these off. So I'm just laying my hands down on the table so that they stay steady. And then we're going to punch these letters out. I'm going to have to shorten these because they're coming from the wrong end. Like I said, I should have done them up where I could have just punched them like this. Punch, punch, punch. That's okay. I'll just do this again. I'm going to lay my hands down on the table so that I've got it so it's steady. And you notice I put my hand over the punch part. And the reason I do that is so that my pieces don't punch all over the place. So let's make sure we have all of those. And then we'll go in and we'll do this one as well. Oh my goodness, Australia. So you must be 9, almost 10 o'clock down there. Yeah, we did our stamp camp with the ladies also from Australia. You kind of get a little used to about the time that they're down there. I know when it's late for us, it's early for you guys. So. And then we'll just put this on the other side here. So then what we want to do is we're going to have to lay this out on our card. So I'm going to actually put it on here. Now, if I wanted to, so let's see. C-O-N. I may have to do this because this is a bit bigger than what I had done on my other card. R-A-T-S. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll go up like this, and we'll kind of go like this, and this will come up. A. So we're going to have to get those closer together. And you want to make sure that you kind of know where their T is going to go up there, and then the S is going to go down about here. So we're going to have to put those quite close together. And I also want to make sure that I use dimensionals on here as well. You know what? I'm going to use my small dimensionals. The other ones are at the other end of the table. So, and I'm not going to pop up all of them. I'm going to pop up every other one. And I'm just putting 2 of the small ones on there because the big ones. C-O-N-G-R-A-T. Yeah, you definitely don't want a lot on there. Okay, so let's take these off. And like I say, this is going to go right off to this side here. That's going to make sure that we've got it on there. And the T, okay, so O, con. Okay, so I want this to go about there. Oops. Let's go ahead and take this one off. Just like that. Now this is going to go right here. And then the G. Where's the R? The R is here. Congrats. A. T. Yeah, that'll work. T. And then the S will go right here. And then what I can do is I can turn around, and this one might have to come over just a bit. Now I can go ahead and glue this part down. So I'll come in with my glue. So we want these ones to be all even here, right? Now, if we want, we could measure them. I'm going to eyeball them. I might be sorry. So let's just go in and quickly see how we've got this looking. Okay, this one's a little crooked. Just there we go. That can go underneath there. And then the S down there at all as well. Now, what we could have done is use a smaller word, and then we could have had it all straight. But this just shows that you can mix up your words and go from there. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start putting the card together. I also have some fantastic pool party ribbons. So we're going to go ahead, and I think what we'll do is we'll just go in, put this through, and then we can cut this, and then just bring that back through. So, There we go. That's going to give us kind of the look of it. All right, so let's go ahead and put this together so that it's a very simple card. But see this, now you can see congrats, bravo, that whole sort of thing. That's going to be kind of underlying there as well. And instead of having it, you could do it the full size if you wanted. But then if you did that, you would have to run it through twice because this is for the small embossing machine. So, all right, so let's just put that up there. Oh, the technique is a distressed embossing folder. So what we did was we took our embossing folder, and what we did was we took it, we embossed it, and then we sanded the technique. Sanded it off. All right, so we're just going to kind of put this like this. And if you're a linear person, you're not going to like this. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Simple technique. Like I say, wanted to do something simple. The one next week, I can't remember what I'm doing next week. It is already done. It will be coming live. And then it's already scheduled for the post to go up on my Facebook group as well. So, and the other thing is don't forget, tomorrow 9:05 Pacific time. This will be on my it'll be on my Facebook group. And you know what? I'm thinking this needs something. This is just a little too stark for me. So I'm just going to come in with my pool party. Oh, thanks. You know, you could do any colors. I was just wanting to use some designer series paper that was quite plain. I was thinking it would be kind of fun to do with another type of a designer series paper. This technique works great with the He's the Man paper, and using like the type worn embossing folder or the painted embossing folder, painted textures. All right. So I've gone ahead and I did distress that part as well. We're going to pop this part up. And I don't have my big dimensionals here. I'll be so mad. You know what? I do have some. That's good. All right. Simple card, but it gets the point across, that's for sure. Oh, thank you. Whereabouts in Alberta do you live, Gina? There we go. And let's go ahead and take that off. Like I say, you can get some amazing results with this particular technique, depending on how patterned the paper is. Like I say, this was the polka dots, so you don't really even see the polka dots. Thank you. Oh, hello, Melissa. Hope you enjoyed the stamp camp last weekend. They were beautiful cards, I must say. All right, and then what we're going to do is these solid faceted gems are amazing. You can actually, they have Balmy Blue, they have Blushing Bride, they have Magenta Madness, they have Night of Navy, also Mossy Meadow, but they also have Pool Party in it. And I like it when they have that many different types of embellishments. I'm just going to put that there. Let's put another one right down here. You know what? I'm just going to move this one. I'm going to move that one down there and move this one up there. There we go. You made quite a few of them. Ah, awesome. Oh, Kay is in Abbotsford. How often do I go live? Kay, I go live 4 times a week. I go live on Monday at 11 o'clock Pacific. I go live Tuesday, 4:30 Pacific. Wednesday, tomorrow, I will be going live at 3 o'clock doing a mystery challenge, but not a regular mystery challenge. I just will give you 3 clues, and you can make the cards, and then with any of those 3 clues, whatever way you interpret them. And then on Thursday, oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, I go live 5 times. And Thursday is my Now What series, where I take something from my studio and show you how to use it. And then on Saturday, I do a sketch challenge. And then on my sketch and my mystery challenge, I give away once a month. I give away a stamp set if you live in Canada on drawings for the card sketch and the mystery challenge. And then I turn around and if you're not in Canada, because we can't, because it's Stampin' Up, then I turn around and I will give a tutorial. So hopefully that helps. Hello, Mary. How are you? Good, good. Well, thank you. You know, Melissa, I can't wait to see what we're doing also in February for our stamp camp. I guess we'll know. And the funny thing about it, we will know before even the rest of the demonstrators in Canada will know about it, because I'm going to Vienna. I'm going to Vienna for the Stampin' Up conference. So we will see it on Thursday at about 11 o'clock our time, which will be early in the morning on Thursday. So at that point, yeah, I can't wait to see what what the new catalog has for us, that's for sure. And if other people were wondering what this is a stamp camp where you would purchase a suite from me. And this is for Canada. If you want, you can purchase the tutorial outside of Canada, but you would purchase a suite from me, and then you will receive 13 cards for 13 make and takes for free. You use your own designer series paper and your own embellishments that you get from your suite. And then you get 13 other alternative projects as well. And trust me, there's some pretty amazing. This is international, so we have some demonstrators from Australia. We have demonstrators from the UK, some from the States, and also the two of us here from Canada. So it's a great time. It goes for a day and a half, and it goes throughout the night with tutorials and everything else. So it's great. But thank you, Melissa. That's awesome. Oh, thank you. But what an easy card, right? Let me show you that again. Easy card, congrats card, using the Alphabet Best stamp set, but lots of fun doing it. But the technique here is the distressed embossing folder. So what we did was we ran it through the embossing folder, and we used, you could use sanding paper as well. I just find that this is really, really convenient for me. Don't forget, 9:05 tomorrow morning on my Facebook group, the Stampin' with Diane Stampers group, there will be the PDF that you can download and also print off for your book. This is number 24. So we're getting up there. So 25 and 26 will be there while I'm gone. I leave this Friday to go to Vienna. There will be the lives. I only go live while I'm away for my card sketches and my techniques. And the rest are, I'm not going to be doing any of them. But there is a link down below. And what you can do is, that's all my other social media that I have. So anyways, you guys have a great evening, morning if you're in Australia. Yes, it's amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Gina, for sharing that to Pinterest. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, if you like this, give me the thumbs up. If you do like this, make sure that you do share my video. That's the biggest compliment that I can get from you. And share it on my group with what you've done with the distressed embossing folder. Stay tuned for tomorrow. It'll be mystery challenge tomorrow. I'm trying to think what I'm doing. Oh, I remembered. There's a stamp set. I haven't used it, so it'll be interesting to see what I come up with there. In any event, have a great time. Thanks, Catherine. I'm sure we're going to have a great time in Vienna. Bye for now. Remember to create, because it's great for the soul. Bye.